In 2033, people can upload their consciousness by choice to a digital heaven like Afterlife. A young programmer who unexpectedly died from a self-driving car accident named Nathan resides in a luxurious afterlife at Lakeview. Only 2 people find his untimely death suspicious. His upload client support Nora, who learns that Nathan's freeware project called Beyond is behind his death, and his cousin, Fran Booth, who mysteriously died amidst her investigation. Soon, Nora and Nathan share the same romantic feelings for each other, causing an entanglement with his girlfriend Ingrid and a greater problem for Nora and her job. At the Horizon office, Lucy scolds Alicia for losing one of her upload clients, Mr. Caputo's hard drive, weeks ago. Alicia ensures she'll find her client before her boss dismisses her to look for the hard drive. Moving forward, Lucy warns Nora she'll bring her customer service rating to 3.8 stars if Nora engages in romantic activities with an upload again. Later that day, Nathan plays chess with his angel, who reveals she got in trouble for sleeping with him last night. Nathan takes the blame, but Nora says she accidentally fell asleep, and her co-workers found her when they got to work. Nathan suggests she should sleep in his room since he has an alarm clock, making Nora blush behind her screen. However, he adds if that happens again, he should talk to his girlfriend, Ingrid. Meanwhile, Ingrid attends a support group for wives with uploaded partners. When it's Ingrid's turn to open up about her problems, she admits that she slept with her uploaded boyfriend's business partner, Jamie. At Lakeview, Nora shows Nathan that she's now at 4.8 stars, much to their excitement because she can now avail an employee discount for her ill father, Dave, who's visiting later. Despite the upload's excitement, he's hesitant to meet his crush's father but eventually musters up the courage to help Nora persuade Dave to be uploaded. When Ingrid continues to talk about her feelings to the support group, she contemplates deactivating Nathan or marrying him, leaving the women speechless. Ingrid then brings out a list of the pros and cons of deactivating her boyfriend. Her list of pros is much more than the cons, which she doesn't seem to mind. As Nora works, she's interrupted by a news broadcast about the death of Josh Pitzer, the man who wanted to invest in Nathan and Jamie's freeware project, Beyond. Josh and 9 other businessmen were found dead last night due to counterfeit upload scanners. Later, Nora asks Nathan if he knows Josh Pitzer, but Nathan doesn't seem to remember. The angel reveals that she saw the man in his damaged memories and breaks the news that Josh died yesterday. She suspects Josh is connected to her upload client's death, so she wants to solve whoever killed Nathan. Concerned for her safety, Nathan tells her to be careful. Suddenly, an excited Nora realizes her dad is visiting Lakeview in a few minutes. At a Horizon VR store, Dave hesitantly puts on his VR headset. When he enters Lakeview, he looks around, overwhelmed by the virtual world's advanced technology. Before Nora can greet her father, Dave fearfully screams and throws the headset. Shortly after, Dave eventually musters up the courage to revisit Lakeview. Immediately, Nora embraces her father with a warm welcome, hoping he'd like his visit. Meanwhile, at the Lakeview dining hall, Ingrid's 100-year-old grandmother, Mildred, sensually provokes Luke, who finds her attractive. At the lobby, Nathan meets Dave, and he tours him around the luxurious digital afterlife. When Dave sees Mildred and Luke, he finds their infatuation with one another disgusting because of their age differences. Moments later, Dave finds the whole digital afterlife concept weird. Despite the many things Lakeview has, he still firmly believes in the religious heaven where souls end up. He thinks uploads don't have souls and calls Nathan a simulation, leaving him upset. The young man patiently explains that their consciousness in the digital world is a simulation, his on a computer, while Dave uses his brain. However, Dave remains unconvinced because he still wishes to see his late wife in the real religious heaven. Dave then asks Nathan what he would say to convince him to be uploaded, but the young man is left speechless. Nora's father explains that he was happiest when he and his family were all together, and the only way for them to be together again, including Nora, is after they're all dead. Meanwhile, Nora listens to their conversation, feeling frustrated that her father remains unconvinced about being uploaded. Seconds later, Nora sees Lucy leave work, so she uses this opportunity to go through her boss's computer. At the same time, Nathan shows Dave the memory parlor, where uploads can view their memories from any date and time. Nathan unhesitantly uses himself as a sample to show Dave, so Nora's father asks for the memory of the last time Nathan and his father played sports, but the young man hesitantly requests a different memory. When his memory plays in the mirror, a little Nathan plays with his dad with a ball. Reminded of his now distant father, Nathan coldly says his father doesn't seem to care about him anymore. Meanwhile, at the Lakeview server data storage in the Horizon office, an unknown person slides a blinking magnetic bomb beneath the door. The bomb immediately sticks on a server while its countdown begins. happens. In the digital afterlife woods, Nathan and Dave ride their horse along the track. The upload shares about his dull life before he got uploaded. Now that he lives in a digital afterlife, he began to appreciate the things he has and his wonderful experiences in Lakeview, one of them being his friendship with Nora. At Lucy's desk, Nora searches for emails from Josh Pitzer but doesn't find any. Next, she searches for the keywords damaged memories, to which she finds an email from one of the Ludds. The Ludds are a group of people who reject modern technology and despise uploading to digital afterlives. The suspicious email reveals that the anonymous person has proof of Lakeview upload memories sold on the black market. The person warns the company that their reputation will come to an end once the revelation becomes public. At the same time, Luke and Mildred finished their sensual moment together in bed. With the help of Mildred's double-jointed legs she paid for her avatar, Luke ecstatically describes their intimate time as the best he has ever experienced. Despite their vast age gap, the two laugh at their fun rendezvous. Then, the determined woman searches for Nathan's profile and checks the authorized users list to edit the upload. Aside from Lucy, Nora, and Ivan, she sees an anonymous person who has access to Nathan, leaving her shocked and confused. Suddenly, the bomb in the server room explodes, startling everyone and causing the office's power to go down. During the power outage, the upload's avatars at Lakeview turn into lower resolution pixels, making them block-styled characters. As the Horizon employees evacuate the office, Nora frustratingly goes through the paper files until the power goes back up again. Suspicious of the unknown user, she goes back to the computer and searches for their employee ID, only to find it doesn't exist. After the power turns on, Alicia distracts Lucy from getting to her desk. Eventually, Lucy heads to her desk, so Alicia warns Nora to leave. Immediately, Nora notes down the unknown employee ID and leaves before Lucy reaches her office. Later, Nora visits her father and Nathan, who just finished the tour at Lakeview. Grateful for his insightful tour around the digital world, Dave commends Nathan for the wonderful experience. On their way home, Nora is hopeful her father will consider uploading soon, but her hope falls apart when her father stops her. He adds although Nathan is a great guy who made him consider uploading, Dave wishes his daughter had met Nathan while he was alive. Her father doesn't want them as his daughter's romantic possibility because it would be difficult for a living person and upload to be together. Disheartened, the young woman falls silent before asking her father a favor if he ultimately decides not to upload. Holding back her tears, she asks him to tell her mother hi when Dave reunites with his wife in the spiritual heaven. The following day, Nathan views his glitched memory of him and Jamie arguing about presenting their investment pitch for their freeware project, Beyond. The damaged memory abruptly ends, leaving Nathan wondering what they argued about. Batya, an upload client support, suggests Nathan should view a happy memory, such as a sexual encounter, just like her clients do daily. He then recalls a happy moment and requests to view his memory of last Thursday. Last Thursday, Nora and Nathan watched the sunset together at the Lakeview dock. Nathan wishes he could walk on water, which Nora says is possible with just the click of a button. He asks her to activate it, and when he excitedly tests it, he falls straight into the water. The angel laughs at her foolish friend and decides to help him up the dock. When she reaches for his hand, he pulls her into the water and the two laugh together. As Nathan remembers his joyful memory with Nora, Batya figures he knows his angel's name. Knowing he messed up, Nathan pretends not to know his angel's name, but Batya is unconvinced by his lie. Later that day, Lucy interrogates Nora about how Nathan knew her name. Nora lies and says it's Lucy's fault for screaming her name, which the upload probably heard through her microphone. Her boss doesn't buy her lie and puts Nora on probation for fraternizing with an upload, a fireable offense. She'll be suspended until further notice, so Nora upsettingly leaves to pack her things. At Lakeview, Nathan calls his angel and Nora appears with a professional approach and acts unusually. The upload wants to admit something he's been thinking of, while Lucy, using Nora's avatar, asks him what's wrong. Thinking she's Nora, Nathan hesitantly admits he likes her a lot, leaving Lucy shocked. When he tries to hold her hand, she refuses and explains that some uploads develop feelings for their angels due to their superior customer service. Nathan is taken aback and hurt by what she said, so he tells her to forget everything he said before Lucy leaves. A few seconds later, Nathan thinks Nora's just pranking him until he realizes she isn't. Later, Nathan calls his mother, Viv, and tells her he wants to find another digital afterlife in hopes of escaping his heartbroken feelings over Nora. However, Viv worries about the expensive fees they have to pay. Her son pleads to find a cheap one as soon as possible, and Viv assures him she'll try her best. The next day, Nora calls her friend, who works for a mobile plan provider. Nora asks her a favor to look for the phone records of Josh Pitzer, and when her friend does, the woman reveals his phone service was recently terminated. Josh's last outgoing phone call was to Fran Booth, who never answered. Afterward, Josh sent a taxi to an unknown number with a message of 10556. Nora then realizes that number is Nathan's upload ID, suspecting the unknown phone number is is Nathan's killer. Suddenly, she hears someone outside her window, and when she checks, she finds a man stealing her homegrown vegetables. The frustrated woman fends him off with a mop and he leaves with some vegetables. Meanwhile, Nathan prepares to be downloaded into a hard drive to leave Lakeview. AI Guy warns him that Horizon isn't liable for any damages while uploads are outside of Lakeview, before activating the transfer. In the real world, a Horizon employee finishes the upload's hard drive download. He tells Viv the hard drive must be protected since that's the only copy of her son in existence, but she doesn't buy a protective case because it's out of her budget. At the Horizon office, Alicia notices Nathan's departure from Lakeview, so she calls Nora and tells her the unexpected news. Nora thinks people are out to kill Nathan, so she plans to go to Los Angeles where his family lives. Later, Viv visits a digital Afterlife agency office where she meets Mauricio, an Afterlife specialist. The man then plugs in Nathan's hard drive and shows Viv a digital heaven through IR, a simulation that doesn't need VR goggles. Shortly after, a rural farmland digital afterlife previews on the room's walls. After an uncomfortable flight to LA, Nora visits Nathan's girlfriend's home, where Ingrid realizes she's the woman who works at Horizon, so she lets her in. To conceal her personal investigation, Nora pretends she has to conduct an exit interview with Ingrid because Nathan recently ejected from Lakeview. Ingrid, on the other hand, is shocked to learn that her boyfriend left without her approval, causing Nora's suspicion to grow. Immediately, Ingrid realizes who had taken her boyfriend. Meanwhile, Nathan is uploaded to a lamp dock, where he can also preview the digital afterlives. After going through previews of digital heavens, Nathan is disappointed and finds the afterlives unappealing. Abruptly, Viv receives a call from Ingrid, who's angry that she took Nathan heaven shopping without her. While the two argue on the phone, Nora wanders around and sees a box of Nathan's belongings. When she opens it, she finds Nathan's shirt and joyfully smells it, before putting it away when she hears Ingrid approaching. Afterward, the two women head to Viv in Ingrid's self-driving car. During the car ride, Nora feels anxious because she isn't used to self-driving cars. Ingrid tries to make her feel comfortable and then asks why Horizon sent Nora to LA despite being based in New York. Nora lies that Horizon wants the best for their customers to cover up her true mission. The two then strike up a conversation and get along with their same interests. Upon arriving in front of the Afterlife agency office, Nora spots a suspicious man in the distance watching them. Ingrid enters the office and immediately checks up on her boyfriend, who explains he needs a change. Suddenly, Nathan's gaze follows Nora and he's surprised to see her, but Nora is unaware of the incident that drove him to look for other digital heavens. After seeing his angel, Nathan ultimately decides to return to Lakeview, making the two young women happy. Mauricio then ejects Nathan's hard drive, but Ingrid and Viv argue about who gets to keep it. Before things escalate, Nora steps in and claims Ingrid should hold the hard drive since she's the Horizon account holder. As the three women leave the building, the suspicious man from earlier suddenly grabs Nathan's hard drive from Ingrid and runs away. The trio panic and they rush toward the man, but unfortunately, he throws the hard drive into a fountain and runs away. Distraught, Ingrid cries for her boyfriend and scavenges for the submerged hard drive in the fountain. Fortunately, Nora assures Viv that her son is safe and reveals that she gave Ingrid a broken hard drive instead of the real one. Viv is concerned about why anyone would want to kill her son and get rid of him forever, so Nora reassures her that she'll get to the bottom of it. Finally, Ingrid finds the decoy and immediately shouts if anyone has rights to fix the hard drive of her beloved boyfriend. At last, Nathan returns to Lakeview and AI Guy is thrilled to see him again. Luke, who wasn't informed of his friend's departure, is excited to reunite with him again. Nathan then gives his friend a digital souvenir with Luke's name printed. Moments later, Nora visits Nathan at the dock and instantly embraces him without a word. Soon after, Nora tells him about the unknown assailant who tried to kill him again. She asks who else knew he would be ejected from the hard drive. Nathan suspects someone from Horizon knows about his ejection because he thinks his angel knew, unaware she's suspended from the company. He then expresses his gratitude towards his angel for saving his life and going through the effort of flying to LA. Nathan reveals he and Nora parted on an awkward note yesterday, and Nora realizes Lucy was behind it. She explains that Lucy suspended her and used her avatar to talk to Nathan yesterday. Nora asks what Lucy told him yesterday, to which he says it was something he's been wanting to tell his angel. Before Nathan gets a chance to admit what he's been wanting to tell her, she reveals if it weren't for Ingrid, she wouldn't be back at Horizon, because his girlfriend gave an excellent review of her to Lucy's boss. His angel suggests he should talk with his girlfriend before he admits what he wants to tell Nora. After their talk, Nora steps off the dock, walks on water, and invites her friend to come with her. Ecstatic to finally walk on water, Nathan confidently steps off the pier, only to fall into the water again. The angel laughs at the upload and he gets back up, soaking wet, and leaves.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.